M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Thought I'd show these two side by side. On the right hand side is the W6 made by Anysecu. On the left hand side is the Rfinder B1 made by Rfinder. There is a newer model, the Rfinder B1 Plus. It's identical, but it has faster processor, Android 9, and has USB-C charging. But otherwise, physically to look at, is identical, and it's the new style of Rfinder that you're seeing here. They both have network radios. If we go back to the tiled system here, that's our tiled system. Same goes for the Anysecu, and the Anysecu is like in design, it's like a mini version of the Rfinder, but the Rfinder has two PTT buttons and works great on DMR, VHF, UHF, and it's a 4-watt radio. The W6 has a radio, but it's a broadcast radio, so it's for listening to music and your favorite radio stations. Otherwise, they both run the apps. If we go like so, bring the tiles back, and you'll see apps like Echolink and Peanut. If we fire up Echolink on this device, and we'll fire Zello on this one here, and they work great, and they're great fun, and you can use the PTT. If we go to the Echo test system, connect.
Welcome to the Echolink test server.
Quite loud.
This server records your transmissions and plays them back to help you adjust your transmitted and received audio. Please feel free to connect as often.
Hefty volume on that, and the PTT will work. If I go, there's a transmit there, but if I key M0FXB, so I'm not really pushing it properly, but to set the PTT, you go 3 dots. You heard me there slightly. Go up to PTT where it says external PTT. Same on both devices. Tap PTT, and then PTT button, tap that again, and actually turn it on, use devices PTT, then tap the section beneath, and then you key, and you get this little number. It's a key code. Same for Peanut, and then your PTT will work. That's your back button there, far left, as is that home. If you hit this one, you'll get a tile of all the things you've been using. So look, Echolink, Zello, Peanut. Let's have a quick look at the other one as well. Let's fire up a couple of the apps. Echolink there. And the PTT button is exactly the same. I'll show you. 3 dots, settings, scroll up. And this will go for nearly all network radios. PTT button, external, and then we've got the PTT code. Push the bottom button we've been using. There's 2 PTTs on here. We've been using for the sort of Zello type functions, Android functions. The top one I've been using for proper radio. So let's just push that. There are the key codes here. Click OK, and back out of that with the back button here. And then we can do the echo test. Hopefully it's not as loud. We can add it to favorite. We can add any channel to favorites. Now the volume they've added is here for the. There it goes. Volume here for the Android applications.
Please feel free to connect as often as you like.
Okay, so let's just test the PTT. There you go. M0FXB test. Let's try another one. Like, we've got Zello, which is network radios owned by G1YPQ, which is a very good group of channels. And we can, if we go to the history there, you can actually listen to previous calls, if they spoke, that is. Not really hearing much. Let's check the volume, which is here. Have a look here. Let's try there. Not sure why it's not very loud. Maybe someone else is speaking at the same time, so we'll back out. Peanut. Got Peanut here as well. Again, you apply for your number with Peanut from PA7LIM website. Once you've got your number, you just go to setup and you put your number in where it says code, call sign. If you select query DMR, it will find that for you if you've got one. And so on and so on. So, you know, they're fun devices. I'll get my hotspot on the go here. Now that is my hotspot. So we go back to my, and then select Rfinder. That's actually my hotspot, which is here. See if someone calls through, and we can have the inbuilt hotspot on the Rfinder as well. So okay, well, you know, there's a big price difference here. These now, the new model is like £1,000. It's a lot of money, isn't it? This thing, this Anysecu W6 was only about, nice big belt clip on there. Just show it. This, but obviously you can't use DMR on this. Well, you could put a Droid Star on and use DMR. But this was, I think, it was £130 delivered, and it's a really nice device to use. The PTT works. M0FXB test. It's got quite not a bad camera. On-off button here. It's very similar in design to the. It's like a mini version. The way they've done it, which looks nice. It's a nice design to copy. Got a very bright torch there. So it's that button, this red button here. Let's have a go. Yeah, there you go. Now what I will say is that it's not as, even though it runs Android 8.1, the processor can't be that fast. It has NFC as well, by the way, and it has a fingerprint and a camera, which they both do. But I would say that the processor isn't, I would say it's not fast. It doesn't really need to be fast because everything works fine once it's booted. But it's just, you know, when you're in the, let's go to the Android section, the tiles scroll, I suppose once it's on, it's not too bad. What else have we got here? I use the HubNet app. That's good. Now this is receive only when it comes on, and that's what I mean. See how it's a little bit slow coming on, but once it's on, and you'll hear HubNet now. And when I'm out and about, I use this on here and on my phone. You can't TX, of course. And if you want like a base station model, you've got choices. Now my favourite looking one is the actual TM9. That's a lovely looking set. But if you want a budget one, go for an N61 because they're lovely as well. So that's it. And that's like a base station tabletop one. Just sort of got here hanging from this cabinet. The TM9 is here. That's the best looking one, easily. Nicest screen. Lots of gadgets, you know what I'm like. Bye for now, 7-3.